Question number 7. Is 4/9 greater than 1/3? Well, this question is all about equivalent fractions. Now, it's easy to spot, first of all, that these two fractions have different denominators. This one's in ninths, this one's in thirds. So it's much easier to compare fractions when they have what we call a common denominator. So we need to make them have a common denominator. Now, to do this, though, we're going to show you two methods. So you might first of all notice method number 1, that 4/9 can stay as it is, but we can easily turn 1/3 into 9ths, because we can make 3 times bigger to make 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And if we can make the bottom 3 times bigger, we can also do exactly the same to the top. So 1 times 3 would give you 3. So 1/3 is equivalent to 3/9. So we could write 3/9 up here. So instead of saying is 4/9 greater than 1/3, it's like saying is 4/9 greater than 3/9. And the answer is yes, it is. So the answer is yes, because 4 is greater than 3. The second method we could do to show this would be to use a completely different denominator other than 9. And if you can't spot what the denominator would be, this trick will always work. You can multiply the two denominators to get a new denominator. So let's see how that works. So if we've got 4/9 and 1/3, let's set it up so we've got two new fractions. Well, multiply the two denominators. 9 times 3 is 27, so our denominators would be 27ths. Now let's see what the numerators would be. To get from 9 to 27, that's times 3, so the top would need to be times 3 as well. 4 times 3 would give us 12, so 12 27ths. On the second fraction, to get from 3 to 27 is times 9, so we would do times 9 on the top as well. 1 times 9 is 9, so that's 9 27ths. And all we've got to do now is the same sort of check again. 4/9 is the same as 12 27ths, if we look back at the question, and 1/3 is the same as 9 27ths. So it's like asking, is 12 27ths greater than 9 27ths? Well, clearly 12 is greater than 9, so the answer again would be yes. Whichever way you do it, the answer would be yes. Now let's scroll down to look at the second part of the question. This time we're being asked, is 4/9 half of 8/18? Circle yes or no. Well, let's draw some pizzas to help. You could actually make the mistake of thinking the answer is yes, because 4 is half of 8 and 9 is half of 18. But if you circle yes, you're going to get no marks for this bit, because the answer is actually no. And the diagrams of pizzas may help us understand why. So let's first of all draw a pizza and split it into 9 pieces to illustrate 4/9. First of all, we'll split it into 3 pieces. Then each of these 3 pieces will split into 3 again. So this piece will split into 3, this piece will split into 3. So now let's shade in 4/9. So we've got 1/9, 2/9, 3/9, 4/9. And on the other side, let's try and demonstrate 8/18. So let's get the pizza. Start again by splitting it into 3. 1, 2, 3. Split each of the 3 sections into 3 again. So this section gets split into 3. This section gets split into 3, and this section gets split into 3. Now at the moment we've got 9 pieces. We want 18 pieces. So if we split each section in half, we'll have 18 pieces, because double 9, we're going to have double the amount of sections. Double 9 makes 18. So that one's split in half, that one's split in half, split all the sections in half, and you will get 18 pieces. Let's shade in 8 out of 18. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 18 pieces. And that picture represents 8 out of 18. Now then, let's actually think about what half of 8/18 would actually be. Well, if you imagine a pizza and all the bits that are in white have already gone, so you've only got 8 out of 18 pieces left. If you then want to split that in half, it's like drawing this diagram. So splitting that in half, instead of 8 out of 18, you've now got 4 out of 18. So 8 out of 18 halved equals 4 out of 18. And 4 out of 18 is not the same as 4/9. So the answer has got to be no. And one thing we could do is to say this. It's no because half of 8/18 is 4/18, not 4/9. And that would be a good explanation. Another way of explaining it would be to actually say what 4/9 is half of. Well, if this is the half, if we double this to get the other half, we'd have to have another 4/9. And altogether, that would then leave us with 8/9. So another way of saying it would be to say 4/9 doubled is 8/9. So 4/9 is half of 8/9, not 8/18. And there you have it, an explanation. But you've got to be very, very careful about thinking the answer is yes, just because 4 is half of 8 and 9 is half of 18. Just remember, if you've got 8/18 and you half it, you've actually only got 4/18 left.